So one thing we always talk about support network in renal cell cancer. I always talk to you, whether there are any of this health oriented resources which can be available for a patient. And I always tell you, the jackpot of all information is from the government sponsored resources such as cancer.gov, National Institute of Health, because one thing is we definitely see that this website provide a high quality, accuracy, and usefulness, in for patients like you, how they can improve their health, maintain the quality of life. So, as I said to you one day that, we have a team of people. So, whenever you walk into our cancer center, we want to have this multidisciplinary approach. Today, cancer is treated as a team sport, not as an individual sport. So, we got our financial counselors, social worker, even our therapist and nurse practitioner. How was what was your feelings at that time when, you were getting so many calls from so many different people from our cancer center?
I sought out, not only that, I sought out even more information. So, yeah, right from the beginning with Dr. Zaid, who was my surgeon, I made sure to speak at length with him. And any nurse, I talked to all the nurses because they're hands-on, so they were always good. I had the inpatient care. I had the palliative care nurse who was always at my house, my sister's house, I should say. So I was lucky because I had a lot of help. My sister and brother-in-law especially, they were there from the beginning. And my sisters cooked for me 3 times a day. I was lucky because they lived upstairs from business. They had a business downstairs. So they were downstairs. I was upstairs, and she would come up and cook for her husband anyways. And so she'd take care of me. And a nurse would come visit me every week. We called your office many times. The nurse would always call and ask to make sure, because there was always medication changes, because we had to tweak the stomach medicine by every week almost, because the medicine, as everybody knows how intrusive it is to the body. So you just hope that it does its job before it does its job on your whole body, right? But the side effect was my stomach. I was very lucky because I'd heard about all the other side effects from cancer patients, and I really didn't have many. It was the stomach issue and digestive system. So I was tweaking and changing my med for the stomach all the time. And there was always stomach pain, and I used tramadol as a painkiller for that, which is very mild. I didn't want anything to affect the way I thought. So even after surgery, when I woke up, I said, no, I'm not doing any of those painkillers, because I wanted to be able to read and stuff. But and you were close. So Peabody is very close to where I live. So I would always go over. It's funny because I used to go in and visit the financial aid office woman all the time and talk to her. I don't know if you guys knew that. I used to go and just sit with her just to say hi.
Yeah.
I'm a talker, as you can tell. I don't have a problem talking wherever I go. And it's funny now because even now I even talk more now because I know how important this story is to get out to the people. And so wherever I go, I just tell people, I'll give little hints that something's up, and they'll be like, what do you mean? And then I'll get into it and I'll explain to them what happened. Because it is, it's my story, but it's an important story that people should know about,
No, absolutely. This is, you had such an aggressive cancer, and you definitely responded so beautifully.
Yep.
And I think that's an important, aspects.
I've had a lot of help.
Yes.
A lot of help.
Yeah.
And thank you so much, because if it wasn't for you, I don't think I'd be here right now, believe it or
not.
No.
No. I think we have good medications today, so that's why, we can, offer it to our patients. So, one thing always comes to my mind is, and a lot of patients ask me, is complementary medicine, is it helpful in patients like you? And, I think I remember talking to you about, speaking to our social worker, the therapist, as well as an acupuncture. We have this massage therapy taking place in our cancer services. And I think those are really nice adjunct to your treatment option. Did you use any of the services?
Believe it or not, I have an outside chiropractor service
Okay.
that I've always gone to since. So I've been going to chiropractor since the 70s. I had 2 herniated discs, so
Okay.
I'm a firm believer in that, and massage therapy, and I have done acupuncture in the past, but I didn't this time. I stayed with meditation, of course, all the work that we did, and my chiropractor. And just by the way, there's a lot to be said about meditation, about understanding that you do have control of your body, and your body will follow the way you think. And if you think positive and you think your body to heal, it will actually follow suit. So from day one, I'd never had victim mentality like why me or poor me. I mean, talking to the doctors made me smile because they would always frown. It's like, because I watched you close when I first met you too. And we really didn't get into that part yet. That was stuff we talked about later about
Yes,
how I am
yes,
as a
yeah.
person. But the initial team of doctors, I could see the frown in their face and try to explain to them about how I was spiritually and that it was very important to me. And being positive is huge on the outcome of anything to do with the physical body. So
Wow. So outside of our clinic, who played a role in supporting you during this treatment process?
the outpatient that we had this through Leahy Clinic, they had the nurses come in every week for me.
Okay, the VNA services,
So,
yes. Oh,
And,
that's nice. And
then,
plus from your family.
yeah, so and it's funny because my sister had all the care stuff at her home because my mom died at home with my sister, and so we had all the tools necessary. So when I got sick, everything was there: the chairs, the walker, and the arm cuff for blood pressure, and she had everything in order too. It was amazing. So I'll tell you something, being alone, it would have, it would easily could have gone the other way, but I was surrounded by so many people that were into helping me that it gave me confidence and kept me positive. It helped me a lot.
So that's good because, it was important to keep that overall communication with, about your diagnosis and treatment, with you as well as your family members. And that's what we aim for in the success of our treatment today.